editing videos using Descript. And so Descript is a video editing software, and it has some AI features that helps you to uh, edit your videos 10 times faster than you would do with an ordinary video editing tool, which takes hours and sometimes days. And so, without wasting too much time, let's dive into the slides and let's get started. So, as I said, we this is our 10th edition, 10th episode of our free online AI and also digital marketing free demo. And so, welcome once again. If this is your first time, we meet every week, uh, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. EST and 4 p.m. GMT if you are in UK or in Ghana. So 11 a.m. EST, 4 p.m. GMT on Wednesdays. So uh, don't miss out on these classes. They are very valuable, and we learn a lot of things here. We get our hands dirty. This is the only place that you can learn and apply the skills right away in your business or at school or in your job. Whatever you are doing, you can apply these skills right away. And so the topic for today, once again, is using Descript AI tool to edit videos 10 times faster. And why do you want to edit the hard way if you have AI, right? AI, it's not really taking our jobs, but it's rather helping us to unleash our full potential. And so it's all about knowing how to do something and then leveraging AI to do it better. And I got this from someone yesterday when I posted this on one of my WhatsApp platform. And this guy was saying that, so what is, let's say, Kofi, who edits birthday parties videos, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna lose his job? And I explained to him that this is the tool that Kofi needs, right? So that he will be able to edit videos faster. And instead of using 2 3 days to edit videos, he's going to use maybe 1 hour 2 hours to edit the video. And so in a week he can edit 5 6 7 videos instead of using the whole week to edit only one video. So that is the power of AI, and we always have to think about the positive side of things. AI, every job that AI displaces, it creates between 3 to 9 jobs, whether in the same industry or out of that industry. And so, yeah, that was just by the way. As usual, my name is Eric Baykes, and I'm an AI consultant and digital marketing expert. I run an agency, and it's called Baykes Cloud Consultant. And what I do is I help IT companies, which are managed IT services companies that provide IT services to other companies. And I'm also a life coach. And so if you need help with life, you are stuck in life, or you have so many options, you need clarity on deciding which direction to go, I'm the guy you need to talk to. I help you see your blind side, and I also help you to unleash your full potential. I don't really tell you what to do with your life, but I ask thought provoking questions to really let you tap into your innate power where you have all the answers. And so I don't tell you what to do, but you come to realize and see that big picture, that light bulb lights up and say, oh yeah, this is what I should have done. Why didn't I do this long time ago? And so that's just, to let you know what I do apart from helping businesses with AI and digital marketing. So let's dive in. Yeah, who is Descript for? Descript is ideal for YouTubers, and so for people who create long form content like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. This is the tool for you. And it's also for podcasters. If you're somebody who runs a podcast, this is really good for you. A lot of tools out there, video editors don't really have that podcast editing feature. And so, one good thing about this tool is that when you using the podcast feature, you don't have to have both people in the same room. You can have one here, one in, let's say, in London, let's say in another state, and you can have the podcast remotely, and you can use this tool to edit that. And this is also good for entrepreneurs and brand builders. This is good for coaches and consultants, marketing teams. If you run an agency like me, you need this video editing tool to help you move faster through your workflows. If you are a media company, you need this marketing. And the good thing about Descript is that it's beginners can learn it very quickly, and it's easy to use. And if you are a course creator, yeah, this is also good for you, and it's also good for group or collaborative work. And so you can have one video, maybe one person is editing one aspect of the video, and then another person is working on another side of the video, right? Another aspect or something like that about the same video. So it's good for teams. And some of the use cases, as I mentioned earlier, is good for video editing. It's also good for short form content like social media, viral videos. You can use this, even though there are some tools out there, which I'm going to go into that in a few minutes. But this can also do that for you. Client content editing, you can use it to manage your clients' workflows. For podcast production, online course creation. So if you are somebody who develops courses, this is also good for you to help you to speed up your course creation. It's also good for screen recording tutorials. There are some softwares that you have to buy, that record helps you to record screen tutorials. When you have Descript, everything is kind of baked in, so you can use that. And it's also good for webinar repurposing. Let's say, I have a Zoom meeting with somebody, I can upload that Zoom video into that, and I can repurpose it just like you do with podcasting. And it's good for video sales. VSLs are video sales letters and also sales video. So if you have products that you want to market, this is good for you. And you can do faceless videos. You can use avatars. You can even upload your own voice to that. And so, why are we talking about Descript today, and why are we talking about video editing? Now, if you know or you are in the digital space, even if you are not, you know that videos are the best way, it's one of the best media to use to send your message across to a large group of people on social media, in emails, and all that. These days, people have a very short attention span, and so people don't really have the time to read so many texts, right? And so, video is the quickest way to reach your people. And video is dominating now. If I post something on LinkedIn with a text, and I post the same thing with a video like a headshot, that is going to receive more impressions than just the text, because people don't really have the time to read these days. They want to watch, right? And most of the time people are bored, and so watching, listening to somebody talk to them, it's way better than them reading, which puts them back in that boring mode, right? So videos are really the greatest way these days to promote your message or your product or your campaigns. And so let's go through the slides as I've really summarized everything here. Video is the new growth engine, and it builds trust fast, because if I'm speaking, if you can see me, if I do a faceless YouTube with an avatar, and I also do a video with my face, which one are you going to trust, right? video is the one that I use my real face, because people want to relate to you. People want to see if you are real. These days, because of AI, people don't really trust what they see online. And so adding videos, real videos, to your campaigns, your promotions, your social media posts is really going to build trust with your audience. It also dominates attention. As I said, once people see the video, just the thumbnail of that video can, invite people to click on it. It creates that curiosity for people to click on your video and watch what it is about. And sometimes the video can even be playing without even you clicking on it. If you go to Facebook, you see some videos playing, and so you can even see the preview of the video, and that can help people or the audience to click on it. It drives growth. If you are consistent with your videos, this is really going to increase your sales growth, or your let's say your YouTube subscribers. Whatever you are doing is going to increase that outreach, and also it gives you speed, right? If you are editing in the traditional way, I don't know about some of you, but it takes me about a day or two to just get a video, a basic video out, like a 20-minute video. It takes me about 20 a 20-minute video takes me about maybe a day or two to just get it complete. Just a basic video editing, right? And so this really helps to speed up the workflow and the hidden cost of traditional editing. Now, if you are somebody who produce video on a large scale, or you always need video for your social media and all that kind of stuff, and you have to subscribe, you have to pay another agency to do that for you. This is gonna cost you, like a minute video can cost you anything from $50 to $100 up to $1,000. If you are talking about 15 minutes, 10-minute video, 15-minute video, you are talking about 500 to 1,000. And also it depends on the kind of elements you want to add to the video. So video editing in the traditional way was very expensive. If you doubt this, um, you can go to Fiverr and see what people are charging for basic video editing, like 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's really expensive, and it's also, like I said, it's time consuming. It takes anything from 2 hours, even like a 2 minute video that I did for some animation took me about an hour just to get it all polished and done. And so it's very time consuming, and it's energy draining. It sucks your energy like a vampire. And this happens, it makes you lose creative fatigue, and also you have inconsistent publishing, right? You publish one video today. Let's say you publish one YouTube video today, and then the next time you publish, it's like maybe 3 months down the road, because the video editing is so time consuming, and you just give up, right? A lot of people give up not because they are lazy, but it's so time consuming and it's frustrating. So that is why you have to think about how you can leverage AI to do this workflow part of your marketing strategy. And I have some topics of some AI video tools that I've used in the past, and some of them they all have what they can be used for. They are best for doing certain things. But the reason why I prefer Descript is because it kind of embodies all these kind of tools in one, right? It can do short form videos for like social media, various social media, and it can also do long form. And one of the reasons why that compelled me to get this script is the podcast feature, because I'm working on starting a podcast. I already have the videos, but I haven't edited them. So that is the reason why I went for this script. But we have Opus Clip, which is best for auto short clips and long form videos, right? It's beginner friendly, and it's The price, I'm not going to put a price here because I'm not doing price reviews. I'm not doing different product reviews. And so prices keep on changing all the time. So, but it's low to mid, and it's not full editing suite, right? When you come to Submagic, which is also very good for short form content, viral videos, this is also good. And I think Submagic is usually uh, good, to edit things on your mobile, and it's the same. It's primarily for short form videos. CapCut, a lot of you guys who are on TikTok know about this free tool. It's also good, and it's good on mobile. It's beginner to intermediate. I've used it before, but I'm not a big fan. It's less structured for long form content workflows. And if you are a pro, if you are a marketing company that, if you know what you're doing, then Adobe Premiere Pro is one of the best tools out there, but it has a very long learning curve. It's very advanced, and the price is also like in the mid session, and it has a leap steep learning curve. Like I said, this is for advanced guys, people who have been doing this already. This is the tool that I recommend for them. And also, if you are somebody who uses Canva also have a very a very lightweight video editing tool that you can use to create your video. So if you are looking for something free, Canva is the place to go. But excuse me, but it doesn't have a lot of features as a paid version or as one of this, because Canva is more for creating creatives, right? Images and all that. So they are now integrating some of these AI features into that. So I wouldn't recommend this if you have like if you are a content creator, or you are somebody or an agency who creates videos for your clients. And the ultimate one for today is Descript, and I love it because it has the text-based editing, which you can edit like you are editing a Word document. You can use it to edit your podcast and your long-form YouTube workflows. And it's also AI powered, right? Which helps to make things very easy. Now, don't get me wrong, some of these tools I mentioned up there have AI features built in them, right? But I'm not gonna go deep into that. I want us to focus on Descript for today's demo. And why this fits my workflow is that one is text based, and it also has the built-in AI tools, plus it kind of embodies all the tools above, and it gives me a balance, simplicity, and power at the same time. And like I said, it's great for YouTube and podcasting and marketing as well. So that is it. Now, guys, if this is some good value to you, please let me know in the chat and say that Descript is awesome. Descript is awesome. Type Descript is awesome in the chat so that I know this is uh, making sense to you. So let's move on. And so for today's demo, we are going to upload a footage, a raw video footage. I'm going to show you how it auto transcribes your audio or your voice. It's also going to I'm going to show you how to edit this like you edit a normal Word document or Google Docs. You can remove filler words like I do ms a lot. And so if you are somebody who have a lot of filler words like so or those kind of words, they don't sound professional, especially if you are recording a video which you are going to clean up and send to your clients later or post on social media. So this helps you to remove that. Now, the disadvantage of a live video is that I cannot do that, right? And so that is the difference. You can also clean up the audio. So sometimes you record a video and then you have background noise, or maybe you use your phone to record a selfie video, and you have a lot of background noise in there. This helps you to remove that. You can also add background um, that you want. Studio backgrounds, you can add green background. There's so much you can do. And before we go into the demo, I also want to show you the Descript website. This is it here. It's a cool, like some of the features: video editing, screen recorder, captions, transcription, AI speech, generate media. You can even have rooms for podcasts. That's what I was talking about. Podcasting, you can use it as your podcasting tool. And it also has the Underlord, which is the AI component or the AI layer of Descript. And then you have pricing. Now, if you want to test drive Descript, you can test drive it for free to see the power of Descript. And then these are the other tiers that you can subscribe, right? And so that's just that. You can start from here. Now, a quick disclaimer. I use this script for my workflow, and I'm also an affiliate. So if you are interested in trying this script, then I have an affiliate link that I can share, and I'm going to drop that in the chat. So if you want to test drive it, please use my link. If you use my link, you are going to get 50% off, and that really helps the business. It helps to maintain the platform. So that was just a little, I get a small commission. This doesn't affect your spending. They're not gonna give your money to me, but they pay me for me bringing somebody else to use Descript. So that's just a little bit of transparency here. But you are going to see that this is not, I'm not just promoting Descript, but this is a tool that I use, and I feel like I have to share this with my community, especially my students and my clients who also want to edit their videos by themselves. So that is why I'm showing this now. If you log in into Descript, this is the dashboard that you are going to have. I'm going to run quickly and show you some of the features, and then we are going to get our hands dirty with editing a video. So here you have the home where you have all your videos. It displays, it depends on the kind of screen you are using. If I'm using a wider screen, I get about 6 projects. The last projects that were touched, I see them here. If Yeah, and on the project is where you have all the videos that you've uploaded to work on. And then you have quick recordings where you can do a quick record, right? A screen. Like right now, as I'm talking, I can hit record and it's going to record me right away. I'm not going to do that. That's not the purpose of this video. I'm going to have another demo where I'm going to show you some other features of Descript. Here is the learning home where you can learn more tricks and shortcuts of how to use. And then here you can add your brand. And so if you have specific colors, fonts, different fonts, and your brand colors, everything that's about your brand, you can put it here so that your videos are going to be in that kind of it will represent your brand. I don't do that because I work for different brands, plus my own brand, so I don't use that. And then the media library is where you have the media that you've uploaded into the library. AI speakers are speakers that you can use your phone to record your own video and then upload it here. Now, if I want to add a new speaker, I can name it, let's say Eric B, and then it says confirm, and it's gonna give me this to read it out to it, and I have to I have to give permission to my mic. Well, I'm not gonna do that today because this is reserved for another session on a later date. But I allow my mic, and then I will read everything over here, and it's going to grab that. I can save that here and use it in any video that I upload. So I can just write a script and then ask Descript or Underlord to use my audio A or B to for this particular script, and it's gonna sound just like me. So that's just by the way. I'm not gonna do that, never. Layout packs. Now there are different templates that you can use for your video editing, and you can even add some from, you can import some layouts if you want, but that is it. And then you have your regular workspace and then your private workspace. So let's say if I have a team of 10 and I want to hide something from them, I can have a private workspace where I don't want anybody to see that. So that is just a quick demo of the features. Now let's go and upload a video. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to show you some other features that it has. Like if you have a video, you can clean up the recordings, right? You can clean up a video recording. Maybe you don't want to edit it, but you want to clean it up. You can do that. You can generate a video with an avatar, which is something that we are going to talk about later. You have different avatars over here. You can rough cut like a podcast. You want to create social clips. So let's say I create a 20-minute video that I uploaded on YouTube, and I want to break those videos into YouTube shorts and maybe viral videos on Instagram, TikTok, or what have you. I can use this create social clips, and I can tell it the number of clips that I want, maybe 20, maybe 5. Each of them should be maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So that is it. And then translate or dub video. So if you have a video, like a video in English, I can translate it into German, into Spanish, whatever I want to do. And then I can even turn slides, like this particular slides that I'm showing, I showed it to you earlier. I can turn this slide into a video where I can send it to my other clients, or it could be like a short video that could give you like a summary of the presentation I did today, and you can generate animated videos. There is so much you can do with this tool, but now let's get started, right? And you have the Underlord, which is the AI part, which is the Underlord. It's asking you what you want to do today, right? You get started, you upload whatever you want to upload. So now let's add a video, a new project. It's either audio or video. I'm going to do a video project. And so I'm going to upload one of the videos I've already recorded, which is in a raw format. And I'm going to upload this. So I come here and I'm going to go into this folder. Let me click. This is some YouTube videos I've done, which I'm yet to publish, but let me show you. This is the raw footage that, so let's see. Yeah. So now check this thing out, right? As it's uploading, it's going to ask me some basic questions, right? Now, the first thing it does is that it's going to upload transcribe. Now, it wants to ask me, who is the speaker, right? Here, I can either ask it to be auto, or I can select. You see here, it's asking me about the language. So do I want to put this in English or in Czech or in Danish, Dutch, Spanish, French, whatever? I'm going to maintain it at English. English is the default. And so you can even select English US or English UK. So if you are making, if it's transcribing, if let's say you are speaking in, you selected UK, is all your spelling is going to be spelled in UK. So let's say favorite, and favorite in UK is spelled differently from favorite spelled in the US. And so that is what it's going to do, because sometimes you want to generate captions and you want it to be the right captions for that particular country. You get a point. So I'm going to select Octo, and then it says speaker. Who is the speaker? Now I can select one of the AI speakers over here, or I can select my own voice. And the reason why this is good, it's so important, is that you are going to see some mistakes. You are going to see some mistakes where you cannot do anything about it. Otherwise, you have to record that whole session, right? And then like cut and join them. That is a lot of work. This really makes things so simple. So I select the speaker, and that is me. And then all that I need to do is to say done. Right now, I can either create a composition, and what does a composition do? A composition basically creates a copy of the same video, which helps you to, it's like a sandbox, right? So you can have the original and then have a composition where you are working on it. Once you finish, you can make it that the final product, and you always have that original video. Now, if I make a mistake, a serious mistake with that composition, all I can do is to delete it and then come back to the original. So you can create a composition. I'm not going to create that. I will show you a different way to do that. So let's get this transcribed. It's already transcribed everything that I talked about. Now, as you can see, there are so many mistakes and repetitions and all that, right? As you can see here, I've made so many mistakes. Like I say, let's go, because it's all like I'm talking to my video editor. So if I say let's go, they know what I'm talking about. And so you can see that the actual thing is going to start from here, right? So this is it. Once you upload the video, like I said, you can come here and create a composition, which is going to be the composition you are going to work on. And so I will duplicate this and say that, okay, and then I will name it because it gives me I will say that maybe editing version, right? Editing version. And so anybody who comes and see, they will see that I have a version here, right? And this is what I'll be working on. Once this is complete, then I can remove all this and then download this particular version, and then original is still going to be there. So if you come here, you see now we have the original and here. So if I screw up, if I mess up something here, then I can always go back, delete this whole thing, um, delete this whole composition, and then recreate a new branch. So that is it. So this is just for, it allows you to create branches of the same project. Now, these are the AI tools. Now, the AI tools is called Underlord, right? AI tools, you can see it over here. That is the Underlord. Now, as you can see, this one was just, it showed right away. But if, let's say, okay, so let me do this. And now I have the video, right? If I want to access the AI features, the AI tools are here, and this is the Underlord. Underlord is kind of, it's a chatbot, kind of receives your information, you communicate with it, whatever you want it to do. Like let's say I can put a cursor here, and then I can tell Underlord that, hey, can you add some B-rolls to that? You know, can you add some B-rolls to that? And then it's going to do that from that place. I'm not going to use that feature now. I want to show you the basic uh, uh, editing features. So we have, and I'm going to go through this one by one. So we have the sound, where you make sure that the sound, you know, you remove any background noise. Let's say if you recorded outside, you're going to edit for clarity. This is more like Grammarly. So if the speech or whatever is not that great, you know, it's going to correct the typos and all that kind of stuff. I don't really use that much because everything is proofread before I make the video. So all the mistakes in there are mistakes that I committed myself, right? This is the studio sound. Now, if I hit studio sound, then what it's going to do is that it's going to make sure that all the background noise, everything is removed, right? So that is that. And so I can select the whole thing, and then I can say, let me go here, and then I can say studio sound. Now, if I say studio sound, this is what it's doing. It's kind of leveling the whole sound, right, together. I don't do it immediately. I do it at the last minute. Why? Because I might add some B-rolls, I might add some other videos in between. And so once I finish everything, then I use that feature. So that is one of the last things I do. The first thing I do is to go through this and make sure that I fix all typos and all repetitions. And you can do that with the AI tool as well. And so the first thing I do is to remove filler words like or those things, and then I can remove retakes. Retakes are like if I say okay, like over here, I'm gonna show you an example of retake. Let's say if I say your programming job has an expiration date while you are fixing bugs, right? Let's say I make a mistake and then I say this again. Your programming job has an expiration date while you are fixing bugs. Now, Descript is going to know, Underlord is going to know that I repeated this, twice or three times, and it's going to highlight that and show me which one do I want to keep, right? So let's go for, we've done that. Let's remove filler words. And it says what? Find all filler words. So I do filler words, and it found 7. Now, with the filler words, I said that anything that is above 3 seconds, let's remove all, right? And also avoid hash cuts. Hash cuts are like if it cuts it so harsh, then you're going to sound robotic, right? So you don't want to sound robotic because you are going to see. And usually, traditionally, you edit videos using the timeline. Yeah, the timeline is here. And what this does is that your audio is here. These are all, we call all these elements like the sound, the transcribed text, and also if you want to add more elements like images and all that, they're all going to be displayed here. So traditionally, you will come here and pick a tool, right? Let's say the blade or the hand or the select tool, whatever. Like right now, I'm using the select tool. So I can select something here and then select something there and delete it, right? Now, if you want to cut something, two scenes, you can select the blade and then you can cut, you select this and then you select another one with control, you hit the control button and then you can delete, right? Like this and then delete. So I'm not going to delete that. I'm going to undo this for now. And also, so now we are going to remove the filler words. So the first one here is I can either skip it or keep it, right? And so once you select it, it's going to talk. And let me turn on the desktop so that your desktop speaker so you can hear. So if I select this, you're gonna hear what it's gonna say. If I select this, your programming. See, so all this stuff, I can say that okay, this one, your program. Then I can come here and remove this, or I can say remove all. So let's remove all. I'm gonna remove all, and so now there is no there is no filler words in there. And then I can go to retakes, right? And then I will submit. And so it's going to go through that and see if there were any retakes, right? And so now the repetitions that I had, you can see that. So if I pick this one and I can play it over here. Your programming job, right? And then threat is real. So now I can say that let's remove this one, discard edit or accept edit. So I'm going to accept it. It's going to remove it there. Now you can see everything let me show doing. You. And I'm going to close the timeline because we are not using that. Traditionally, you come here to edit your videos, but we are not using that. Once we clean everything up, then we can come in there and take our time to edit them. If we really want to go into very detailed of cleaning up everything, then we can even come in and see if there are too many gaps then we can close the gaps, like, silent gaps, we can close them. But for now, we are just doing this. And so remove retakes. This one, the same thing.
Threat is real.
Right. So this one, we want to remove this, and we can do that. You can preview or remove everything, right? So this really helps to, and
Let me show you
as we are doing, we are reducing the number of minutes, that the video has, the total time. And so this is really helping you. You use this, right? And the thing is that you can always come back and you are going to see whatever has been removed. So if you don't like it, all that you need to do is to undo it. So let's say if I feel like, oh, I love this, your programming has an expiry date. I prefer that to this one, then I can undo this and come and delete this one. But as you can see, it was all repetition. Your programming, blah, blah, blah. And then, I said, 1, 2, 3, let's go, let's go. It knew that this wasn't really important. So it's your programming job has an expiration date while you are fixing bugs, right? AI just did the work of 3 developers at Microsoft, but smart developers are panicking. They are building, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you get a point. Now I've fixed all the issues here. So let's go to our AI tool again and see what we can do with our tool. Now we can shorten gaps. Gaps are like empty spaces, and let me show you what gaps are. Um, let's see. Now you can see here, these are gaps, right? So sometimes you speak. Let me use the hand feature to grab this and move this along. So as you can see here, there's a gap here. So if I should put the cursor here, and let's see.
programming job has an
All right. So this is, let me use this guy here, and then let me put it here. Now you are going to see what is going to happen. I put the cursor here, and now look at what is going to happen between the fourth, there's going to be a long silence.
while you are fixing
Right. So
expiration date. While you are
yes, you had that. So I can close this gap, right? Manually, I do this when I am cleaning it up. If this script finishes this, then I can remove some more. So I can say shorten gaps, and then I've reduced it to 3 seconds. Or I can reduce it to, let's say, 5 seconds, right? Not 5 second point, micro 5 seconds. And so let's find all the the gaps, right? These are the gaps. This alone can take you about 30 minutes just to figure them out, right? And I can say that shorten them to 5 microseconds, or shorten them to 1 second, like I said over here. Anything greater than 3 seconds, we want to reduce it to 1 second, right? And sorry for using microsecond. Anything that is more than 3 seconds, we reduce it to 1 second. And then once I get that, I come back in and reduce them manually. And the reason why I do that is because I don't want it to be like robotic. Otherwise, if it's too short of a gap, then it kind of cuts. So, here I can either drag this to close it, right? Or maybe reduce it to 2 microseconds, or usually I do 3 microseconds right there, right? If you don't like it, you can always undo it or hit Control Z, just like Windows editing. Now here, I can say that let's reduce everything here, right? So I can come here
your
and then,
program. Ipacha may recording no intino a normal move normal around
so
them.
like I made
Ipacha
a
no
mistake over
kakra.
here. I was speaking to somebody who was just
Oh, me can no man
walking
now
by.
to So may you recording no into no.
Right. And so this helps me to remove all those unwanted speeches from that. Right. And so I can say that let's shorten all. So this is what I'm going to do. I shorten everything, and that is good. And let's go back to what we can do with our AI. Um, we can do um, we can add chapters, we can shorten gaps, we just did that. And then quick design is something that you can do with the templates that you have. We're not going to go into that. Eye contact, guys, this is so important. Now, before I continue, let me know if you really getting some value from this video. Let me know, type in the chat. This is so valuable. I'm getting some useful information from this demo. Let me know in the chat. Now, eye contact, right, is very, very important, and I will show you why this is. Sometimes you are providing or you are producing, let's say, an educational video, and you don't have a teleprompter. And so you are reading from somewhere, or you are reading from one screen, or maybe you are reading from your screen, but the screen, it's up or down. And so whilst you are doing the video recording, you are reading the thing like that, you are going like that, you are going like that, you know or maybe you are like this, you are going like that. What eye contact does is that you hit on eye contact. What it's going to do is that it's going to take the whole video and check your eyes and make sure that you are always focused on the camera. That is scary, guys. This is freaking scary. You know, it makes sure that whether you are looking this way or that way or up or down, reading from your laptop or your computer, whatever, or reading from a sheet of paper, is going to make sure that your eyes is focused directly on the camera. And so people cannot even know that you are reading uh, of the camera, right? And so this is really great. Now, I don't use this because I'm always staring in front of my camera like I'm talking right now. And also, if you do that and you have a demonstration like what I'm doing with your image on the bottom or on the top right corner, whatever, it makes it look weird. You become like a vampire. So the trick to this is that if you have a headshot video like this, then you can use that feature, right? If you record a video like this and you were reading, whilst you were doing the video, then you can use the eye contact feature to level your eyes to the camera. Now, if you are doing what I'm doing right now, then you don't want to use that. And I've tried it before, and my eyes were like red, like the eyes of a viper or a cobra, so or a vampire. So you don't want to do that. And so that is one trick that I found out. It's a pro tip that I found out. So make sure that you always have the headshot before you use that feature. And let's go back to our AI tool and see what we can do. Again, center speaker, eye contact, we've done that. You can do a green screen, that is advanced. We can talk about that later. You can generate an image whilst you are like a B-roll kind of image, and you can also blur the speaker background. If you want, if let's say you add an audio and you want to blur that audio, or let's say your voice, you can use this feature. So one of the audios or one of the sounds will become dominant and the other one will become, and then you can create social clips. And so like here, the create clips feature is used to create social media clips. So like I can select a layout here, and then I can say that I want the clip to be a duration of 30 seconds. I want 5 copies. This is going to be the this whole video is going to break it into 5 important short videos for YouTube Shorts or social media clips. And then I will tell it what I want to use this for. Based on that, I will select a layout or a template, and it's going to create those for me. Once I submit, it's going to create all those for me. If I click hit right now, it's going to take some time and we might not be able to go to the next part of the demo. So let me exit out from here. Now, if you talk about generating create a highlight reel, then and then you can give it a time, like let's say create a 5 minutes or a 2 minute highlight video. Now this whole thing is 9 minutes. Is I'm gonna tell it to maybe make a video of about 5 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It's going to look at the whole video and take the most important points and make a video out of it. So guys, this is so great. And then you can draft it, you can summarize things, you can draft notes, you can draft even YouTube, you can upload directly to YouTube, right? It has an integration with YouTube where once you finish you can upload it directly to YouTube. I don't use that feature because I always want to optimize my YouTube for better viewing, so I do that myself. But you can even draft a blog with this same video content. There is so much you can do, and here you have the brainstorm feature. If you want to write a script, if you want to create an outline or whatever script that you provide to it, you can rewrite it. So that is that. Now let me close this and then let's wrap up real quick here. And so over here now, I have all these guys here. Do I want them or I don't want them? Now let me remove these guys, right? Because I'm okay with that everything here. So I want to remove this. Now look at this. This is where I love Descript, right? The text editing feature. I can delete this and boom, it's like, you know, once you delete it, it's just like the way you do Windows editing. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to change this to a capital, right? It's not changing. So there's something that I can do. I can edit it, right? Or correct it. So sometimes the audio or the transcription doesn't really, because I have an accent, it doesn't catch all the words that I say. And so sometimes it might say something different, right? I say box and it might think that I'm talking about bus, or maybe I'm talking about bucks, like BUCK, right? Maybe I'm talking about BUGS. So it's going to put the text as to what it had, right? But you can correct that, especially if you are going to do captions. So here I'm going to correct this. All that you need to do is to highlight on the word, and then you go to correct. And then all I'm going to do is that I'm going to say yo, right? Now I hit correct, and that has corrected it, right? So assuming that, let me see if I can see another, a simple bug. Okay, fixing a simple bug. Let me see if there's any error that we can fix over here. Like here, 90-day, it has to be 90-day like this, right? But it's only showing it separated them, so I can do this, and all that I need to do is to correct. And then I'm going to add this thing here. Or I can change the whole word if I want, right? And I can do that. Now, there are something that, let's say, I wanted to say cloud uh, infrastructure, and the transcript came out developers, or maybe I said that cloud developers instead of infrastructure. And so if I'm editing and I look at my script and I see that, oh, it's supposed to be infrastructure but not developers, then I use, instead of correction, I will use the regenerate, because I want to change the word that is coming. So let's play this and see. Let's play this right here. You see.
Designs. Cloud developers.
Now, you see, cloud developers. I don't want cloud developers. I want cloud infrastructure. So what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to use the correct feature. I can use the correct feature, but the word is going to be developers. So I will use this instead, and then I will say infrastructure. Is that correct? I think so. And so I'll hit, and then there's an option here to either regenerate or, regenerate the video or without it. I usually, if it's just one word, I don't. And this is still in the beta stage, and so it's not 100% perfect. So I don't really do it. Sometimes I do it and it works. Sometimes I do it and I don't like it. I undo it and I do it without that. So let's regenerate. It's going to take some time to do that. Now, if we don't like it, all that we do is that we can restore it if we think that it's not. And this is where your sound, the speaker is very important, because now it's going to use your sound, right? Your sound. The speaker here is Eric, so he's going to use my sound. So where is that infrastructure thing? So I lost it. Let's see.
That goes to
Right. So I got it here. This is it right there. Right. So now let's hear it again.
API designs, cloud infrastructure that goes to
Right. This is great. Now, let's assume that you didn't have this AI tool. Then you might have to record just this whole paragraph again, and then you are going to do cut here and join. That is going to take you another 1 hour to 2 hours, right? And so this helps you to fix that. Just that one word that you corrected, it's not a big deal, right? And even though it doesn't sound 100% like me, because I'm not using Levin Labs audio, which is like an AI audio, which is very powerful. This is coming from my own phone, so it's not 100% accurate, but it's about 95% closer to my real voice. And so this really is a great feature. Or sometimes my mic, right? If I turn my head like this and I'm speaking, you might not hear everything. So all the things that you lost, all the sound that you lost, I can put that here because I have the script and I can just use regenerate to do that. And the last thing I also want to share with you is that you can add B-rolls and you can select a layout, right? Layout is like a template, and I can add anything that I want to add. Like, let's say, for instance, I want to add an image to this that complements that. I can do this for this particular thing. And then what all that I'm gonna do is that let's see here. Um, okay, let's start from here. Let's do this. And then all that I want to do is that add a layer, a feature. Now there are so many templates that you can use, right? If you want to use a multicam, if you want to use intro media, you want to zoom in, zoom out, you have all this here. And so let's see, if I want to add an audio, a media, I can select this, and I have 23 options, right? And so maybe I want to add a B-roll to make my story interesting, so I can put this thing here, and now I can come here and add video. I can either download it from, I can pick it from my computer, or I can pick it from another project video that I have over here. I can record myself as a B-roll, or I can generate an image or generate a video, right? And I can go to the stock media. So for this, I'm going to go to the stock media, and then I can say, I want to add this guy to it, right? I can pick a Jiffy. I can pick a real video. I can pick images. I can pick, there's so much you can do. You can even replace the background if you don't like. And so this one, I'm going to put this guy here, and you're going to see that, and this makes your videos very engaging. People want to watch your videos. And so, like, I come here, let's play this, and then you see how it
needed
transitions.
every day. Most consultants are non-technical MBA
Right. And you
types.
see how this is so easy. And then the final thing I like to do when I'm doing my videos, if I want to add captions, right, to help people understand. And when I started, sometimes you want to add captions so that people who cannot really understand your accent can really read from the screen as well. And I found out that if you add captions in the beginning, it really makes your editing slow because it takes so much resources. And so you add the captions at the last minute when you have finished editing and clean up the whole video, right? That is why I do the captions in the last minute. And I usually do it, not with every video. But one good thing is that you can either do it per layout. A layout is by using the forward slash to create a layout. Once you hit the forward slash, you are creating a layout. And with the layout, you can even change the template. There are so many templates that you can change, right? If you come here, there's so much you can do. There are other options you can add. And the template, like I said, you can always go and choose a different template. You can reset the layout, you can duplicate it, you can save it as a scene and reuse it all the time. But yes, so if we want to add captions, captions are here. If we want to add captions, we can either, pick any of these captions over here and we can use it. And so you can pick one and you can either do all scenes or just one scene. So if I just want to do one scene, I can do just one scene, or I can do for the whole video. So let's say I just want to do one scene, right? I just want to do this scene. Um, Come on. So I just want to do this scene. Let's see here. And then here, I'm going to pick the camera because I want this scene to end. The template, the captions to end after this. And so here, all that I'm going to do is that I'm going to add the caption and I'm going to pick one of them. I like the yellow one. I like this one. And it's going to add the captions. So if I start from here. Let's start from here. There is no caption. So I start.
Same switch. Demo section 1. The job threat is real. Let me show you what's actually happening right now. GitHub Copilot right.
And then you saw that right after this scene, it stopped. So I can apply it to the whole video. I can just select one scene to add that. And so, yeah, and then like I said, the media is here if you want to add media manually, but I always try to use the layout feature to add media. I can do so much. There is so much you can do with this. So, guys, you can either you can either spend 5 hours, one day, 2 days to edit videos, or you can rely on Descript to help you edit videos the smart way. Guys, people are using AI to leverage their skills and to do things better for their clients, for their businesses, for their education and all that. So don't be left behind. Leverage the power of AI. Get yourself involved, educate yourself. Whatever you are doing, if you don't up your game by becoming AI literate, what's going to happen is that it's going to push you outside, right? You're going to lose your job. And so, for instance, people think that this AI is going to throw a lot of people who edit videos out of work. No, it's not. It's rather going to empower them for them to be able to make better videos. And so you have to understand the power of AI and know that it's actually going to help you rather than to take your job. The only thing is between that is stopping you or which will make you vulnerable is you not becoming AI literate. And so that is that. Now let's go back to our slides and let's wrap this up and we will call it a day. And so, like I said, are you ready to edit 10 times faster? If you are, then you want to try Descript. It's a tool that really helps you to make short form videos, make podcasts, YouTube long content videos. Like it covers the whole 9 yards, right? And so that is why it's one of the best tools that I love. And guys, I thank you for joining this class today. And I want you to subscribe to our channel if you are not a subscriber yet, please. And also share this video to any creator you know out there There are people who need this too. So share this with your network, like this, and comment on it as well. Don't put the comment in the chat, but put it under the video where I read all the comments and respond to them. So yes, let's make your business better, help your customers better, build, edit your videos and add professional touch to it. Also make your videos very engaging for people to stay glued to it and watch to the end, because it's not easy getting people's attention today. So this tool, this script is going to help you make some of the coolest videos out there. And guys, let's create faster, let's publish smarter, let's let AI handle the heavy lifting whilst you do the things that really needs you to really think and be creative. And thank you very much for joining again. And next week, we are going to have another powerful session. It's going to be about a tool, and that is also going to help your workflow or to make your workflow better. And so make sure you are tuned in same time, 11 a.m. Wednesday, 11 a.m. EST or 4 p.m. GMT. And come with your notepads and let's continue to leverage the power of AI and do things better for the good of for humanity. Thank you very much. See you next week. Namaste. Bye.